Yeah, so basically what this is, sorry, my room's a little messy. It's just a quick check-in, man. Um I found that uh nothing so much ensures safety from picking up another drug or whatever your vice may be, whether it's gambling, sex, food, the gym, money, you name it, shopping. We all have a vice, man. And I know me personally, I can't survive without one. Like right now, nicotine, caffeine, even though I put all the drugs down, they still get me, dude. And I don't know if they make my life unmanageable, but I hope that I can at least, I don't know, handle that. Um, I've never done like a format like this. Um, I don't really like it too much. Um, so I don't know, dude. Um, I'm just here to talk for a few minutes before I have to carry out my day. And what I've learned is to think about the next 24 hours ahead and what I plan on doing with those. Um, an idle mind and idle hands are not my friend. And there's a fine line between like confidence and arrogance that I just feel like for me is really blurry. It doesn't mean you or me are conceited or full of ourselves in the sense that it's conscious and it's on purpose in a malicious in a way. What it means is that I'm focused on self and what I need and how everybody in the world around me has to give it to me. Um, and that's just not not the way to live, dude. It's not the way to live. Because I know that like if I help somebody do anything really, I feel better, right? And the only other things that have ever made me feel better are the drugs and the alcohol, right? Um, this is day 6, and like I said in one of my other videos I posted on another platform. Actually, I just posted on this platform a few minutes ago. Is that as shitty as this feels, I would take this feeling all day because I know that not using it and doing that stuff will not fix anything. I used to fix feelings, you know. And I would lie to myself and say, "Yeah, I got this, man. You figured out everything else in life. You had a hard upbringing, like you figured that out." I mean, you know, look at me now. But nah, man. Um, this is gonna be solely for those struggling. And if you are, dude, seriously, it's not worth it. Please reach out. I've done this before. I almost had 4 years sober about a year ago. Um, and whatever helps you get there. I mean, there's many paths to the same point, whether that's the church, whether it's AA or any 12-step fellowship, whether it's celebrate recovery. There's so many um, routes you can take, but this is not to promote them. However, the 12-step fellowship is the only thing I know that has worked for me and a lot of other people that I've met. There's really no other proven or like clinically studied way to um, promote longevity and sobriety as well as the 12-step programs go. I implore you to do your research. I'm by no means a scholar, but obviously look at me. um, but dude, yeah, man, like it's not worth throwing your life away, and that ripple effect when I only thought I was hurting myself, man, that leaked out into everybody else's life, dude. The sleepless nights I caused, the stress. Well, my mom saying, like, I was just waiting for that phone call for them to tell me that I was basically unalive, dude. They were waiting for that. Bro, that's crazy. My dog's chewing on a freaking bone over there. And it used to piss me off. But now, I get to listen to him chew on a bone over there. I'm just so happy and grateful to be alive, man. I wish there was somebody else in here right now that could tell me about themselves. Like, you know what I mean? I talk about myself and think about myself all freaking day. I'm selfish by nature. I'm a selfish, self-centered POS when I'm not doing the right thing. You know what I mean? And then the community and the fellowship that gets brought up about you. I thought I was a loner, dude. Figured out everything on my own. Didn't care what anybody else thought. I'll figure this out. No. Antonio's way does not work. Tripp's way does not work. Trip gets himself into trouble. Trip gets arrested. Trip overdoses. Trip burns all the bridges. Trip gets himself into all the bad things that have happened to me, whether could be justified as a victim or not. I played a role in that. Simply, most of the time, I should have been doing what I was doing or around who I was around. I should have been locked in from the start, man. And it's not for anybody else but my self. It's weird because it's like it's selfishly selfless. If that makes sense. It doesn't make sense, but that's what it is. I can't give anything when I don't have. And I just wish that you would get that, Like this sucks. But the greatest changes and the best payouts come from the hardest feats imaginable. If I didn't go through this, I probably wouldn't be sitting here. I'd probably be unalive, 6 feet under, if my family cared enough to bury me. If I didn't completely destroy that like an idiot. Man, I'm sitting here beating myself up, but don't get it twisted. Like, I'm trying to use a feather, but it's just to share my experience with what that feels like, man, and how good it feels to admit that I was insane and can be, and probably still am. I'm not allowed up here for too long without parental supervision. That's dead ass. That is dead ass. Parental supervision. You know what I mean? I still freaking, hope and pray that I call it God because it's just easier to say, but it's more of a collective energy that I believe in, and it really doesn't fucking matter as long as it's not me, it's not you, it's not your kids, it's not your dogs, it's not anything that's of this earth, dude. Because if that was enough, then treatment centers wouldn't exist, fellowships wouldn't exist. If that was enough, they're great motivators. Don't get me wrong. I will not belittle that power. However, if it was enough and that's all it took, come on. We're here. I mean, I've been unalive on the table multiple times. So it's not enough, dude. And my best answer was when I stopped saying, oh, I know, or I think this, I know this. It's when I said, I don't know what I'm doing. Because that allows me to not only discredit or deflect or dismiss any possible solutions, but it also doesn't say that I'm in a realm where I had any sort of expertise on the subject. So it puts me in a place of desperation, lucid, I don't know how to say it, clarity, and freaking just the ability to remain teachable. Does that make sense? So if I stop remaining teachable and I stop growing, I'm either going to regress or I'm going to progress, right? Like there is stagnancy for a short period of time, but it's going to go one way or the other depending on which way I decide to move my feet. And one of my favorite things that I've heard before is if I have one foot in the future and one foot in the past, I'm going to piss all over today. I thought that was funny. But no, seriously, man. I want to do like a little podcast or shorts thing, like tracking this journey for anybody else that might be going on it. I have a little bit bigger of a platform on TikTok, but it's for gaming. It's not for this. I want this to be mainly like the substance abuse thing or the mental health thing, because I struggle with both, and usually they go hand in hand. You know, the mental health is probably why I used it in the first place. And even if our stories are completely different, man, like I know what it feels like to be depressed. Okay, I know what it feels like to be anxious. I know what that feels like, right? And if I want to compare it and I want to find a similarity, I can find it easy, right? I'll get what I'm looking for. If I'm looking for bullshit, I'm gonna find it. If I'm looking for uh, relevancy, I'm gonna find it. Like or relatability, I'm gonna find it. No matter what. Like I'm not religious by any means, but I'm not quick to dismiss them either. I've got a powerful message from a church sermon before because I'm looking for similarities, not differences. And that is the key thing, man. I'll think myself right out of something so goddamn simple. I don't even know what the hell's wrong with me. I don't consider myself an idiot either. Oh, in this regard, yes. Yes. But as dumb as they come. But, hey. See, he thinks so too. Pants. Knock it off. No. Pants. Okay. Sorry about that. There he is. The myth, the legend. Big ass dog, dude. Hey! You just had to let out one more, dude? That's fine, buddy. That's fine. That's how they talk. I shouldn't get mad. You know? He's a good boy. I don't know, man. Like I don't know what I'm doing, really. I just want to do my best to provide that kind of atmosphere for anybody else that may be out there, man, with no hope. Like I've had years sober. I've worked in programs. I've worked in the treatment field and mental health field. But it's when I get complacent and stop doing what I'm supposed to do. What's up, buddy? That's dangerous for me because the perfect storm hits and I have like zero defense against anything. I don't pick up the phone. I don't call anybody. It weighs like a freaking million pounds. Unless, I'm calling bro. You know what I mean? Like, hey, you got the shit? Dead ass, dude. And, then it weighs a freaking feather. But no, when I'm out there ripping and running, man, I ain't talking to you. If you ain't got what I need, I ain't talking to you. I don't give a fuck. I do. No, that's the crazy part. I take that back. I do really care. But the difference is it's like blocked by this like no. You need this now. It'll fix you now. Ah. If I don't do it, it feels like I'm gonna freaking explode. I'm gonna jump out of my skin. Excuse me one second. And that's tail end of the opiates, right? Sneezing like a maniac. But dude, I would rather sneeze like a maniac than live one more day on the freaking street, bro. I came from street grime. Okay, scum of the earth. I still am. But I'm getting a little bit better every day. God willing. Spirit of the universe willing. Freaking Mother Nature willing. Freaking anything that I can't control willing, which is barely myself. Admittedly. Allegedly. I'm just kidding. If I could do that, man, we'd be in a different spot by now. I don't know. This feels good to talk about, even though there's nobody here. Um, Maybe one day there will be somebody that comes in here and, you know, even if they just like pop in and they're like not sure about it, I don't really have to say anything. I know. You know what I mean? I get it, bro. Uh, or queen, I get it. You're welcome here. You're welcome here anytime. As long as I have something to say about it, you have a place. You have a home. I have an amazing community that I've built, and that's my cue. I have to get dressed. I'm supposed to get a haircut, so like, he's early. But this was nice. I really hope that this can like turn into something more when we get like a better backdrop and stuff. But if there's anybody listening like on the outside, come on, man, give yourself a chance. Really, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. I freaking love you guys, and I hope somebody watches this and gets inspired, because that's like my primary purpose is to carry this message. That's what I have to do. So, love you. Until next time.